News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, 727-9900 today. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A high-impact crash claims the life of one person and sends two to the hospital.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
One person is killed in a two-vehicle crash. It's Thursday, April 2nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly two-car crash in Pahrump. One person was killed and two others seriously hurt when two cars collided at the intersection of Homestead Road and Thousand Air Boulevard.
We were dispatched just before 1 for a two-vehicle accident. The initial report was unknown extent of injury. As we were responding, we were notified that there was possibly a vehicle on fire. There was further reports that there may be entrapment, and we got the sense that there was a more urgent need than was maybe originally relayed. So we arrived on location, found a two-vehicle accident, head-on collision. Scene assessment was conducted and found that there was no additional scene hazards. However, with the extreme damage, nature of the initial preliminary survey of the patients, we added 2 medical helicopters, and we transported one level 1 to Desert View Hospital.
Well, the person transported to Desert View Hospital was pronounced deceased shortly after arrival. The other 2 victims were flown to a trauma center in Las Vegas. Troopers say it appears one vehicle was traveling north on Homestead when the driver tried to turn left onto Thousand Air Boulevard and was struck by the other vehicle, which was traveling south on Homestead Road. Well, currently, right now, medics and police are responding to the area of Charleston Park and Barney for another two-vehicle crash involving a rollover accident. We'll, of course, have that story on tomorrow night's broadcast and on our local Pahrump Facebook page as a breaking news story this evening. One man escaped serious injuries when he crashed his car late Wednesday night on Highway 160 near Harris Farm Road. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis tells us what happened.
Late last evening, we were dispatched for a report of a two-vehicle accident with unknown extent of injuries. As crews were responding, we were notified that one of the vehicles was on fire. Engine 1 arrived on location in short fashion and found a one-vehicle rollover instead of a two-vehicle accident. The vehicle had landed upright with an engine compartment fire that was extending to the passenger compartment. The driver had self-extricated. While he displayed injuries, he decided or opted not to have any medical treatment. The fire was quickly extinguished with no extension to the nearby property or the ground cover.
Well, the Nye County School District says that they are going to call on the USDA to offer help to bring meals to area students.
The Nye County School District has been notified of an employee testing positive for the coronavirus. This employee participated in the food distribution program. All Pahrump attendance area employees have been notified of possible exposure. To protect the privacy rights of the individual, no further details will be given. The decision to temporarily discontinue the food distribution through April 17, 2020 was in relation to student and staff safety, which continues to be our #1 priority. Nye County School District is working with the Nevada Department of Agriculture to explore possible community food distribution options for NCSD students during this period of time. The Nye County School District asks for the community's assistance in respecting this employee's privacy, especially on social media, and to join us in our efforts and stay home for Nevada, stay home for Nye.
All right, we'll be right back with more news.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Governor Steve Sisolak has activated the National Guard to coordinate efforts and deliver supplies in an effort to battle the coronavirus.
I'd now like to discuss a recent change in our emergency operations structure in our statewide response to COVID-19. Earlier this week, I announced that the Nevada Division of Emergency Management and the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services would temporarily align with the Nevada Office of the Military for the duration of the COVID-19 public health crisis. The Office of the Military is led by Nevadan Major General Andra Berry. This new structure with General Berry at the helm ensures that our already robust COVID-19 response efforts with DEM and DHHS remaining key partners will be even more organized, responsive, and efficient than ever before. In order to solidify this new statewide emergency operations structure and maximize the benefits that the Nevada National Guard can bring to our state during this unprecedented crisis, today I'm announcing that I'm using my authority as governor to activate the Nevada National Guard. By activating, Nevada will be able to pursue federal funding to the Nevada National Guard's mission in this COVID-19 crisis. But most importantly, as this global pandemic continues to impact our state, this activation means that Nevada has the best of the best running our state response operation. And you and your families deserve nothing less. We are living in unprecedented times, and Nevada is joining many other states across our great nation in utilizing the National Guard to help manage this crisis. From delivering critical medical equipment and supplies, to providing a labor force and planning the massive logistical operations needed to get resources from point A to point B, no one is better than our National Guard.
This is the exact right time for the governor to activate the Nevada National Guard. It is important for everybody to understand that the Guard has three roles. Number one, it fights our nation's wars. Number two, it protects the homeland, which is the state of Nevada. And number three, it builds strong state partnerships. This is a part of our protecting the homeland or domestic operations. In the J3, our Joint Operations Centers, this is what we trained for. This is what we prepare for. This is what we're ready for. So our personnel are more than equipped to take on this additional responsibility. It is
Well, private companies are cutting jobs and manufacturing is contracting. One group is asking that food stamp recipients be given a first shot at getting the supplies they need. Angela Miles joins us now with more.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Tapping our news, traders and investors are closely watching the numbers coming in this week from the labor market. ADP reports private companies cut 27,000 jobs during the month of March. That's the first time that number has revealed job losses rather than gains in 10 years. Manufacturing is also contracting. The ISM index for March fell to 49.1. A reading below 50 is a sign manufacturing is no longer growing. Americans on food stamps are getting their checks this week. One food bank is requesting those not on food stamps pause their shopping to give people on food stamps the opportunity to stock up. In some states, the president's mandate to reduce the number of people on food stamps that was supposed to go into effect April 1st is being blocked.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. Well, a former MMA fighter who's no stranger to law enforcement is under arrest again, this time for allegedly trying to run down his girlfriend with a truck.
34-year-old Brandon Schneider was arrested and booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 2 charges, assault with a deadly weapon and resisting a peace officer. Deputies were called to a Pahrump home March 27th in reference to a reported domestic battery. A woman at the home, who identified herself as Schneider's girlfriend, told officers Schneider tried to hit her with his truck in the driveway. She says they argued, then Schneider got in his truck and gunned the engine, driving toward her. She says she ran toward the house to avoid being hit. Schneider's truck did strike a fence, causing extensive damage. Schneider then sped off. According to the arrest report, officers observed 2 black skid marks on the driveway and noticed the damaged fence. The girlfriend told deputies that other than forcefully grabbing her hands, Schneider did not physically hurt her. Officers say a neighbor too witnessed the incident and reportedly told them she is familiar with Schneider's rage and anger. Officers located Schneider at the Smith's gas station later that day. Due to probable cause for assault with a deadly weapon, his truck being the weapon, Schneider was handcuffed. He agreed to speak with deputies, telling them his ex-girlfriend must have falsely reported him again. He says he did not try to run her over and said his truck was damaged in an accident 6 months ago. Deputies say during Schneider's arrest, he became irate, yelling that he was not going to jail and saying he would rather them shoot him instead. After initially resisting arrest, he eventually complied and was placed into the patrol vehicle.
And just right after that incident, we learned that Brandon Schneider had rolled his pickup truck in the desert area near wood chips. Well, the COVID-19 pandemic is bringing out the best in people. It's also bringing out the scammers. In a video posted to social media, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is warning residents of the tactics the scammers are using and how to protect yourself.
In light of recent events, we at the Nye County Sheriff's Office want to make the public aware of several reported scam attempts related to the coronavirus. Scammers are attempting to take advantage of people in light of the crisis, and here are some things to look out for. If you receive a robocall of any sort, hang up. Do not press any numbers or give out any personal information. Scammers are using robocalls to pitch everything from coronavirus treatments to work-at-home schemes, and the best thing to do is hang up. Ignore online offers for vaccinations and home test kits. At this time, there are no FDA-approved home test kits or vaccinations for the coronavirus. Do not respond to texts or emails regarding checks from the government. The details are still being finalized, and anyone who tells you they can get money sooner is a scammer. Watch out for emails or phone calls claiming to be from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention or experts saying they have information about the virus. These are scams. Do not click on any links from unfamiliar email addresses. For the most up-to-date information about the virus, visit the CDC's website at www.cdc.gov/coronavirus or the World Health Organization at www.who.int.
All right, more news on the other side of this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, it's important to keep your PC secure, which helps protect your data and personal information. In today's Great Computer Deals quick tutorial, Josh Osborne explains the steps you can take to protect yourself from the top 3 enemies of your computer.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrump's own Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. Josh's brutal truth. The top 3 enemies of your computer. Scammers. They're out there, folks, and they are showing themselves by phone or pop up on your computer screen. Just say no and never let anyone remote into your PC, no matter what they say. Junk programs. There's tons of software out there, but very little of it is actually worth having. Stop downloading browser plugins, junkware, and other bloatware programs. You're not helping yourself. Sketchy websites. It only takes one bad website to totally screw up your computer. Be careful with websites that you don't know and trust. The promise of a free movie download is not worth the risk. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Well, a fire late Wednesday night at Clark County Wetlands Park has led to the closure of all trails in the nature preserve.
The closure at Clark County Wetlands Park will remain in effect throughout today and Friday. Approximately 19 acres burned, with the Cottonwood Crossing Bridge being the only structure damaged. Access to the preserve across Big Ware Bridge has also been closed. Due to high winds today, BLM and NDF fire crews remained at the scene. Daniel Hernandez, Director of Parks and Recreation, says the Wetlands Park is enjoyed by many, but he says it's important that nature enthusiasts steer clear of the area so fire crews can do their jobs. It's also recommended the public stay out of damaged areas once the trails reopen to prevent any unnecessary personal injuries. At 2,900 acres, Clark County Wetlands Park is one of the largest urban wetlands in the Southwest and serves as a popular destination for hikers and bird watchers.
Well, agencies throughout Clark County are working together to deal with the coronavirus outbreak, including government, first responder, and healthcare professionals. Hospitals are playing a critical role in the treatment of COVID-19 patients, and the CEO of the region's largest hospital, University Medical Center, says his facility is well positioned to help those needing critical care.
For weeks and weeks now, we've stood up our Incident Command Center. We have followed all the CDC guidelines and the Southern Nevada Health District guidelines. We've altered and changed our visitor policy during this time to limit the exposure not only to our healthcare workers and our patients. We've also, several weeks now, postponed elective and surgeries to push those off. So we're conserving our resources, our staff, our PPE, our ventilators, and beds. I'm very proud of our team at UMC. The morale is high. Everybody is working hard. But as Commissioner Kirkpatrick said, this is just the beginning, and I equate this to not only a marathon, but an ultra marathon. and we're prepared for that. So the hospital, the healthcare workers are doing their jobs. Please do all the things that we have recommended. Wash your hands, stay at home if you're sick, wipe down surfaces, social distancing. Those bold moves early on have really made a difference in what we're seeing in our state. Ventilators we're good on. I know that's a big question. How many ventilators? We've got about 120 ventilators. About 50% of those are in use now, but it will go up. Every day we're seeing about a 10% increase in our numbers every single day. But I assure you we're doing all that we can, working with our partners, EMS, AMR, Medic West, those companies to be able to make sure that we're treating patients in the right setting. As Commissioner Kirkpatrick said, if you can reach out to your primary care doctor, if you have those symptoms, please use that method versus going to an emergency room. If you're sick and you're difficulty breathing, chest pain, we need you to seek out the emergency room in those settings. So again, we appreciate all your help and staying home so we can do the fight on the front lines at the hospitals.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's see what the skies look like outside on that weather cam. Clear skies today. We'll find out more of what's in store for tomorrow and the weekend after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 72 degrees, a low of 48, 79, a low of 53 in Death Valley, 69, 39 in Amargosa, 62, a low of 34 in Beatty, 52, 24 in Goldfield, 49, a low of 23 in Tonopah, 52 for the high in Carson City and Fallon, 28 for the low in Carson City, 24 for the low in Fallon, and finally up in Fernley, their high is 53, their low is 27 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some nice sunny skies. Our high today was 69 degrees. Winds coming out of the northwest up to 17 miles per hour. It's a little bit windier than yesterday. Our humidity at 13% and our sunrise at 6:28 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. Our low is going to be 43 degrees. It is 69 outside currently with the winds coming out of the east-northeast up to 7 miles per hour. 24% for our humidity and 7:07 tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead to that 7-day, we're expecting some sunny skies on Saturday, but we are still having those high winds up to 18 miles per hour. Clouds coming back in with winds up to 22 miles per hour on Sunday, down to 12 miles per hour on Monday, but we are also expecting to see a week of rain, a 50% chance of rain on Monday and Tuesday. That's going to drop down to a 40% on Wednesday and Thursday, but still a lot of rain coming in the next week. Now temperature-wise, on Friday and Saturday, we're going to be seeing our highs of 71 and 73 degrees, dropping down to 69 on Sunday, down to highs of 56 and 57 Monday and Tuesday, up to a high of 60 on Wednesday and 59 again by next Thursday. Now our overnights, we're not seeing too many changes. We're still expecting our lows to be floating around in that 40-degree bracket, just between 42 and 49 degrees with the exception of Saturday. We're going to be seeing a low of 50 degrees. And so now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks, Michael. Well, in our health report today, have you heard about eating garlic and preventing COVID-19 infection, or that taking a hot bath will protect you from the novel coronavirus? Well, these are myths, and they're running rampant. Erica Foreman helps us separate virus fact from fiction.
COVID-19 information can be overwhelming, and unfortunately, misinformation is common. Dr. Frank Esper, an infectious disease expert at Cleveland Clinic Children's, says it's a myth that hand dryers can kill the novel coronavirus.
People are thinking that hot air kills this virus, and using blow dryers or somehow increasing the room temperature will help prevent the spread. That will not happen. That type of heat is not necessarily going to cause a change in the infectiousness of this particular virus.
And don't think hot, humid climates are protective. Evidence to date shows COVID-19 can be transmitted in all areas. Some people believe mosquitoes can spread the virus too, but that's not the case.
Mosquitoes can transmit disease only by sucking your blood and then transferring that blood into someone else. And so things like West Nile virus, that's how it works, all right? Things like malaria, that's how it works. But this virus doesn't stay in your blood very long.
Another myth is that ibuprofen can make COVID-19 infection worse.
We have not seen this in any other study. We have not seen this in any of our experience here in the United States.
And if you've heard only older people are at risk, guess again.
Younger adults can get infected and can get severe infection, although not nearly as often as an older adult. It is something that we are really recognizing that young adults, 20s, 30s, and 40s, should still be very vigilant to make sure that they don't get this virus.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
All right, well, I've been watching Dr. Phil. I always watch Dr. Phil, and he's had some really great experts on there for the past week. I recommend you guys look it up because there's a lot of really good facts on there about the virus. Well, that's going to wrap up today's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.